This week on Channel 8 News, we'll take a look at the Sigma Society car smash and more. Your Channel 8 News starts right now. Thank you for tuning in to Channel 8 News. I'm Courtney Rowe. The Sigma Society car smash was held last Wednesday. Colby Holtman has more.
Thanks, Courtney. Now, October is known as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and organizations across the nation host many different events to support those who are struggling to fight this disease. In fact, here at Northwest, the Sigma Society hosts a special event called the Sigma Society Car Smash to take a swing against breast cancer. So why did Sigma Society decide to do a car smash as a way to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
So we've been doing this event for probably 4 to 5 years, and it's just a good way, we always do it around midterms, so it's a good way to relieve midterm stress.
And it's a good way to raise money for a really important cause.
According to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, 1 in 8 women in the U.S. develop breast cancer in some time in their life. And in 2020 alone so far, there have been over 276,000 newly diagnosed cases of invasive breast cancer, along with over 48,000 of non-invasive cases. Now, despite the cold, rainy weather, the students here at Northwest participated in this event from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. as a way to support a good cause or to relieve some midterm stress, as Lexi Madeline stated earlier. Some summoned their inner Miley Cyrus and came in like wrecking balls, while others gave it their best shot. Regardless of how hard the hits were, all the proceeds from this event will go towards breast cancer research to find a cure for this awful disease. And in fact, I decided to even take a swing at it myself. For stories that matter to you, I'm Colby Holman with KNWT Channel 8 News, and I'm taking a swing against breast cancer. Back to you, Courtney.
Thanks, Colby. Big Little Week took place last week in Roberta Hall. Brooke Ingram has the story.
Big Little Week recently happened on campus for several sororities, and Roberta Hall kept its stairs busy with all of the excited girls coming to get their basket full of goodies. Several soon-to-be bigs tell us about the Big Little process and what that week is all about.
Big Little is the new members kind of take the younger members under their wing, I guess, and show them the ropes of the chapter, and we give them all the stuff that was passed down to us, and it's just things that have been passed down, and it's like Christmas every day of the week, so it's really exciting.
So we do a different theme every day. On the first day we do just Sigma or Tri-Sigma Day, so we give letters, things like that. The second day is Sailboat Day, so that's one of our symbols that we use. So we do a bunch of sailboat stuff like that. The third day is Letters Day, so we'll give them our big letters, big Sigma letters, all that. And then the fourth day is Family Day, so in every sorority people have families, and they all coincide with different people, so yeah. And then the last day is just our blowout days, where we give all of our really old stuff. Huge day, super fun.
I know because of COVID, we kind of have to obviously social distance, we can't really do anything to whole sorority together. It'll just be more family lines doing things, so more personal, I guess. So we'll do our reveal, the whole blanket drop thing, and then obviously so many pictures. You're gonna have a photo album of pictures, and then there's a different family line within the sorority, so and every family line kind of has their own thing that they'll do. They might do a family dinner or something like that, so you'll just go with your family, and yeah.
This was an exciting and nerve-wracking week for these girls, and congratulations to all the new big and littles that recently participated in this week. This has been Brooke Ingram reporting for KNWT Channel 8.
Thanks, Brooke. Sick of both the Democrats and the Republicans? Believe me too. But Einstein Brothers has a third party for you, the Party Bagel. It's actually not that kind of party. It's the fun kind. These sweet treats are suitable for celebrations, and really, the only thing they share with traditional bagels is the shape. They're actually donuts. One variety, called the churro, is stuffed with cream cheese, buttercream frosting, and coated with cinnamon sugar. And the birthday cake version has chocolate frosting and confetti sprinkles. Party Bagels hit select locations around the country November 12th. When we come back, we'll take a look at some more news and events, so don't go away. Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Courtney Rowe. There are 51 current cases of COVID on campus as of October 23rd. New COVID-19 cases are hitting a 3-month high as hospitalizations soar. And an updated model from the University of Washington projects more than 160,000 Americans will likely die from the virus in the next 3 months. Camilla Bernal has the latest.
More than 24 states are reporting rising COVID-19 cases.
We're turning the corner into a tsunami.
As the national average of new daily cases has climbed to just over 60,000, some states and cities are reimposing restrictions.
We are likely to see a gigantic rise in the number of daily deaths. As worrisome, hospitals will start to fill, and we run the risk of overwhelming our hospital capacity in large parts of the country.
And while the president said this,
we're rounding the corner, it's going away.
His Health and Human Services Secretary said this.
We do need to acknowledge, and he does acknowledge, that we're in a very serious moment right now. We're seeing increases in cases, and what we're seeing is through the Midwest, upper Midwest, and the Plains, a lot of cases occurring, hospitalizations, and we'll see results from that.
More than 41,000 people are hospitalized with COVID-19 across the country. Hospitals and hotspots say they'll soon be facing a crisis if hospitalizations continue to rise.
This is being driven by individual behaviors at this point. The community spread is happening because we've got to keep focused on washing our hands, watching our distance, and wearing our face coverings when we can't watch our distance, and in particular being careful in household gatherings.
I'm Camila Bernal reporting.
With the debates now behind them, President Donald Trump and Joe Biden are preparing for a mad dash to Election Day. With only a week and a half to convince undecided voters to join their camp, Daryl Forges is in Washington with a look at how each campaign is gearing up for the fight to the finish.
There were memorable moments.
You can't keep this country closed. This is a massive country.
I'm going to shut down the virus, not the country.
Plenty of promises.
I'd like to terminate Obamacare, come up with a brand new, beautiful health care.
Not one single person with private insurance would lose their insurance under my plan.
And lots of attacks.
Don't give me the stuff about how you're this innocent baby. Joe, they're calling you a corrupt politician.
You have not released a single solitary year of your tax return. What are you hiding?
Unlike the chaotic round one, the second and final debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden was just that, a debate. Although it's unclear if Thursday night changed the minds of a few remaining undecided voters. Meanwhile, on Friday, it's back to the campaign trail for each candidate and their running mates. President Trump returning to the crucial swing state of Florida for a rally.
I think we're leading in a lot of states that you don't know about.
As Biden talks economy and COVID in Delaware.
We're more than 8 months into this crisis, and the president still doesn't have a plan. He's given up. He's quit on you.
Vice President Mike Pence casting his ballot in Indiana before hitting both Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Happy words for us, Mr. Vice President.
Great honor.
And Kamala Harris in Georgia, hoping to turn a reliably red state blue.
The people of Georgia deserve to have a president who sees them, who cares about them.
It's the start of what will be a furious final push to November 3rd. In Washington, I'm Daryl Forges.
When we come back, we'll take a look at some more news and events, so don't go away. Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Courtney Rowe. Medical marijuana dispensaries have started opening their doors in Missouri. The closest one is in Kansas City. Craig McMullen went around campus to get opinions on the matter.
Missouri's first licensed marijuana dispensaries opened on October 17th in the St. Louis area and then 2 days later in Kansas City. Northwest students and a professor gave their thoughts on the dispensary's opening.
Medical marijuana, I think, can be a good thing if presented in the right way. I think people who have obviously medical problems, I think it would benefit. But obviously, at the same time, I feel like it's very easy to access in a way.
Yeah.
So I guess I could see both sides of it, but honestly, for them to bring it in, I think it would be beneficial in a way to the people who need it.
I think if they open legally, it's completely fine. I also think you have to go about it legally, so who buys it, where they're getting their, marijuana from. But if they do it legally, go for it.
I don't really think there should be a ton of restrictions on marijuana. I think it should be kind of up to the person to choose. So I'm fine with it as long as It's not accessible to like kids and stuff. I think like over 18 probably.
I think it would be a great idea to allow Missourians to have the benefits of marijuana use
For sure, yeah.
for medical issues.
It was 2 years ago that Missouri voters approved an amendment to allow the sale of medical marijuana. To buy this drug, people needed an approval from a doctor and a state medical marijuana card. This has been Craig McMullen reporting for Channel 8 News.
Thanks, Craig. Facebook has added a new feature for its users to take advantage of. 2 years in the making, Facebook's court-like oversight board for appealing content decisions is now ready to get cases. CEO Mark Zuckerberg first introduced the idea of an independent accountability mechanism for the world's largest social media platform in 2018. Users of Facebook and Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, can now challenge decisions to remove content they posted once they have gone through the company's internal review process. The social media platforms will be bound by the independent panel's decisions. Facebook has invested $130 million in the board, currently made up of 20 board members. On Tuesday, October 27th is Last Lecture, Dr. Katie Strickland at 6:30 in the Ron Houston Center for Performing Arts. Sponsored by Northwest Society of President Scholars, this annual event gives a Northwest faculty member an opportunity to speak, as they would during the last lecture of their careers. Dr. Katie Strickland, the chair of the Department of Fine Arts and Performing Arts and director of the Bearcat Marching Band, will present this year's last lecture, titled Write Your Future in Pencil, by Dr. Katie Strickland, who was Northwest recipient of the Governor's Award for Excellence in Education in 2018, has a PhD in music education, a Master of Music Education, and a Bachelor of Music Education. Well, that is all the time we have for Channel 8 News. For stories that matter to you, catch Channel 8 News every Monday through Thursday at 6:15 p.m. right here on KNWT Channel 8. From all of us here at Channel 8 News, I'm Courtney Rowe, and have a great night.